Honesty. I'll tell you, honesty is a tough one to work on, and it's an easy one to do, but it's a tough one to apply properly. And the thing is, okay, first, honesty isn't something you do all the time. People think, well, you got to be honest, and you have to be honest all the time. That's not quite the way it is. There's a time to apply honesty, and there's a time to apply diplomacy. And a good example is when your woman, especially, your woman says, well, does this dress make me look fat? It's best that you don't use honesty. This is a good time to use diplomacy. And so honesty isn't something that is applied all the time. People think that, to be morally right, you do like that. But sometimes you have to just plain flat be smart enough not to be honest. So, but truthfully, honesty is something that will make you stand out. For me, an example. One comment that I get a lot of on my videos is I'm honest. I see things and I share things like I see it. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying this is the way I see it. And I'm honest about it. And I do that pretty much all the time. Even when I talk about doctors and medical, the same thing. I'm honest. They say something. I question them. I am sincere. I'm not trying to give them a hard time. I'm trying to understand. And it's my honesty that I project. I honestly do not understand what's going on. I'm going through the same thing with the lawyers. There's all kinds of things that are done by the law, so I don't understand. And the laws aren't set up using any kind of common sense. Like I say, the laws are made up for corruption. And so I honestly don't understand a lot of laws. And when you hear me talk about I'm exempt from the law, I am honest about that because, like I say, I don't understand the law, I don't know it, so I don't try to apply the law to my actions. That's why it takes strong morals to stay focused and stay strong. So I am honest on this situation. The same thing. Before I get into a fight, I am honest about that. I tell people, you mean there's no other way we can get through this situation? In other words, we've tried to talk this out. We've tried to work this out. And there's no other way. There is another way. And I will apply violence. I am honest about it. Even down here, when violence is illegal, and people don't even understand my words, I'm shocked how many people realize down here that I'm into violence. So, and I'm honest about it. I tell people what I do. I say I used to train SWAT teams. Went to Vietnam. I'm a Marine. Now, if none of this stuff makes sense to them, I'm sure they're going to understand violence. But I try to avoid it by being honest. So look at honesty as reality and apply it when need be, and it'll get you through. It'll get you through. You're going to be making mistakes using honesty at the wrong time, but that's part of learning. Being sincere. Being sincere is like all the rest of this stuff. It's all important. I don't care what it is, how it is you project yourself. If you're not sincere by doing that, it's going to show. My friends, I project to them how they are my friend, and I am sincere about it. And I show it in my actions. I'm not only nice and polite and all this other kind of stuff to them, but I am sincere about their situations, whatever it is, what it is I can do to help. These are all things that are important. And talking about being sincere, that's where gifts come in. I spend a lot of money on gifts. I'll buy dinner for somebody. If I'm at a restaurant and someone I know is having dinner over there, I'll buy dinner for them. If there's too many of them, I don't have that kind of money, I'll buy them around to drinks. I got, even in my pocket, I've got gifts. Remember I talked about the copper coins. So I'm always ready to give gifts. But you have to be sincere when you're giving them. And those, when I'm giving out these gifts to these people that are special to me, they really are special to me for whatever reason it is. I give them this gift. They know and understand I am sincere, and they do mean a lot to me. And so in my car I got gifts, in my baggage I got gifts. There's always, you're going to find yourself in situations and places where it's somebody's birthday and you didn't know, and a lot of times I'll be running around with these people, and I say I don't speak the language, and a lot of times I find myself around people that I don't even know, and it's their birthday, and they don't know me, they've never seen me before, and I give them a present. Now when I give them, I don't make a big deal about it when I give them the presents. Normally I don't do it when there's people watching. Normally I don't, but I don't need to. My presents are special. Talk about the copper coin. I've got necklaces, I've got coins, silver coins, gold coins. These are all things that I give, and but they're all really pretty, and I give these to this person on their birthday, even though I don't know them the first time I met them, and they will tell other people, this is what Mike gave me, and then everybody's going to say, well, who's Mike? And I say, well, that's that tall gringo over there, and then so I just stood out, and I didn't have to do anything but just give them a copper coin. And so giving gifts and being sincere about giving gifts means a lot. And I do the same thing. It doesn't have to be gifts. I give my advice. And I don't give advice in the way of I take offense if you don't take it. Just like my videos, I'm showing you and telling you the stuff that I've done. Now, if you want to disagree, you can disagree all you want, but I still do it. And I appreciate it when people make comments about what they do. And because this is how I've learned a lot of this stuff, is from other people. I've talked about that. I look at other people. What is it that I admire about this person? What is it about this person that makes him stand out? We're at this dinner party and there's 50 people there, but this one person stands out. Why? What is it that makes him stand out? So I look for things like that, and I apply them to me. So you need to do the same thing for you. Look what it is that impresses you on someone, and try to incorporate it into your personality. Phone etiquette. Cell phone. I've made videos on that. And when everybody is following the crowd, I've noticed one time, and I missed a chance to take a picture, but there was maybe 100 head of cattle out in this field. They were all eating grass. Their heads were all pointed the same direction. And it just looked so funny, and it made me think about how the sheeple, people talk about the sheeple, about how people don't have enough sense to be their own person. They don't have enough sense to improve on their own person. They got this attitude of, this is the way I am, like me the way I am. You know, this kind of crap. And so that's why I say I come into a room and everybody's on their cell phones. You know, they look silly. They look real silly. Seldom do you see me going to my cell phone. I try to go to my cell phone when nobody's watching. I don't want to look like everybody else. I don't want to appear like I am like everybody else. What I say, I want to stand out. And people notice these little things, taking personal responsibility over my own actions. That is something you need to think on. It's the little things that's what makes us who we are. You don't need to be, and that's why I say a lot of people, they're so crazy nowadays. Well, you know, they want to go blow up something, go kill people so they can be special for their 10 minutes of limelight. In which, if you look at the little things in yourself and try to improve those little things, all those little things mount up. They all mount up to big, important things. All big, important inventions and all this stuff is all made up of a lot of little things that were done properly. Even your cell phone is made up of all these little parts that were done properly. And all these parts come together to make your cell phone work. That's the basic idea on the three-man militia. Each individual has something that's important, that little thing that's really important. And together, they come together, they can make a difference. Now, to sum all this up, all of this and none of this means anything unless you apply it. In other words, you don't do this stuff, you let this stuff happen. When you let this happen, it's your actions that are doing things. Yes, it takes practice to learn this stuff, but as you learn it and as you apply it, and you get in the habit of using it, it's your actions that's what counts. It's not each little thing. Each little thing doesn't mean nothing. It's when you put them all together. Your actions. So don't talk the shit, act the shit. You are special. You have to act it. You have to become it. Being special just isn't, well, you were born special. Bullshit. We're all born, none of us were special. The ones that are special put out the effort to be that way. It takes effort. It takes time. And it all adds up to character. That's what makes all this important. That's how you build character. One step at a time. And it all starts sometime or another, and now is a good time to start it if you haven't been doing it already. You probably already have. You just don't know what and how and why you were doing it. Now, put them all together, make something of yourself. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.